this is Steve with Smitty's Flybox. We're going to tie this purple Chernobyl ant today. This is for our beginner fly tying box. Really fun fly to tie and really effective actually in the summer. A lot of fun to twitch around. Works well on really any bass, panfish, trout, rivers, ponds. Fish can't resist the legs and all that twitching around. So the key feature to this fly is you've got that foam body, and we're going to use this Uphaven double-decker foam. I really like this. It's a lot different than just regular old craft foam you get at the craft store. It's more of this Evizote. It's really a pleasure to tie with. Floats really well, and comes in these cool colors too. So we're going to do the purple one here. I've just got a Daiichi hook here. This fly, as I mentioned, is in our beginner fly tying box for May 2024, and I'm using a Daiichi streamer hook in a size 8, and then I've got just 6/0 thread in black. And so we'll start our thread there and clip off our excess, and then I can just take my thread back down around the bend of the hook to our tie-in point, which is directly above the barb of the hook. And we're going to actually start with our dubbing right there. So I've got this really good stuff. This is Nature Spirit Disco Dub in purple for the underbody. I also sent you some black in the box so you can mix and match and do some different colors. So now this dubbing is quite long, the hair on it, or the fiber, so you can dub it down pretty tight, but you may have a few little stragglers that you have to trim up. But I'm going to just start with like a little ball of dubbing right in there. Don't need much, and just kind of add a little bit until I get right there to just above the point of the hook right there. So I do have a few little fibers that were a little long there. Okay, so that's the first pot. Now what I've done is just trimmed up some of this purple foam, and I'm going to lay that, and I've cut it so it's about the same width as the hook gap, and I've got it long enough that some's going to hang out the front and the back, and I'm just going to position that right there on the foam and on the dubbing, and make 2 or 3 really good tight wraps to secure that on. It'll condense down there nice and neat like that. And now we're going to tie in some rubber legs. So I've just got some purple round rubber legs, and I'm going to take one and just hold it right there in that groove and secure that in there, and it should V out slightly like that. And we'll repeat that step on the far side. So we're right there, and make sure that's up on the foam like that. And now we're ready. We're going to put a little piece of, I'm going to use purple. I sent you white as well if you want a more high vis. This is because this fly rides pretty low in the water, and so visibility, sometimes this foam on top helps you pick it up as you go. So just one little piece right on top, kind of make a loose wrap to gather that, and now you can secure that in. So there's the back segment. Now let's just pull everything back and come up underneath and make a few good turns right there at the base of the foam. And now we'll continue with dubbing forward. Be careful not to get too much dubbing. You can always add some as you go. And I'm just going to work my way and just build a little underbody there. Now one thing you can do, just kind of make this fly a little more durable, let's just add a little glue to this underbody and just kind of keep things nice and tight under there. So make a few turns right there, and then I'm just going to work my way forward. Really all I'm doing is just covering up that hook. Okay, just trying to make a nice even layer, working my way forward to about an eye length back. So there's the eye. I want to come back about right there, and that's where I'm going to tie that off. I'm just going to add a little more dubbing just so I get a little more of that underbody covered though. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now I'm about an eye length back, and now we can pull the rest of this foam right over, and we'll pinch it right there, and we're going to repeat that step that we did at the back, and we'll lay in a piece of rubber right there, and we'll go with some on the other side there. Just make sure you're making wraps in between those legs. Okay, that looks pretty good. And now I'm ready for my indicator on the top. Like that. Okay, now we're looking pretty good. Now let's just pull everything back again, come up underneath, and I should have a little spot there. Make a nice little thread base right there, and then I can whip finish up under there nice and tight. Now we can clip that off. Now it's time to kind of trim everything down. I'll start with these however long you want to make these indicator pieces. Really up to you. And we'll trim these legs up to the length that we want. I usually say about the length of the hook shank is how long they should be. Now we can square up this foam and shape that. So I'm going to come just about right there. And in the back, I want about the same amount hanging out the back. Like that. And now you can actually shape the head. Give it a little more of a buggy look. Not so blocky. And what you have there is a nice Chernobyl Ant.